Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in historic Filipinotown in the heart of Los Angeles. Now, everyone knows LA is a fantastic food scene, but its dessert scene right now is exploding. And who better to bring me around this historic Filipino town than the one and only Valerie Gordon of Valerie Confections. Valerie, I have been eating at your store in Echo Park so many times since we moved to Los Angeles, but I'm so excited that we're going to do a hi-fi tour. Tell me about what we're going to do, what we're going to see. Tell me about the LA dessert scene. Just tell me everything.
So we're currently in Historic Filipinotown, which is now the chicest neighborhood apparently in all the land. And we really, when we first moved here 12 years ago, I sort of called it jokingly Istanbul. Like, try to find us.
Right,
you know what I mean? Go down the street.
You were novelty.
We were very much novelty and very destination. And now some incredibly talented chefs have opened up really interesting restaurant concepts in this area. And our neighborhood is just, it's packed. So we're going from here to my friend Keenan's place. He's got a wonderful home-style Cantonese restaurant called Woon. It opened just a few months ago. They're getting tons of press. I can't stay away. It's not great for my waistline that Woon is nary 6 blocks away.
Okay, right.
Because I'm just
a problem.
Let's pop to Woon.
It's all too convenient.
He's got a fantastic dessert that we will try there. Then we're going over to Porridge and Puffs. It's a Vietnamese sort of riff on rice cuisine. So she celebrates rice both in porridge and also in mochi, which sounds sort of cerebral, but in actualization, it's just beautiful, delicious, flavorful food.
So will we get going?
We'll get going. Let's
go.
hit the road.
So my name is Keegan Fong. This is my restaurant. It's called Woon, and it's all my mom's food. My entire family, we all worked full-time jobs. None of us have ever worked in a restaurant before, but I felt like I needed some other side passion. There was an event called Parachute Market in LA, and there was an opportunity to be the food vendor there. So I had 30 days to figure out how to create some type of food concept pop up. And in 30 days, we built a cart. We wanted to focus on my mom's noodles. From there, we kind of got invited to different venues over the 4 years. So the deep fried ice cream bao, we take the bao that we normally steam in our pork belly bao, and we deep fry it. It tastes like a donut or like a funnel cake. Wanderlust Ice Cream is a local creamery in LA, and then all we do is we scoop a scoop of ice cream in it. It essentially becomes this like decadent like ice cream sandwich.
So this is the iconic ice cream bao burger.
This is destination worthy
Oh,
bao
my goodness.
fun bun. This thing, we've got Asian flavors inside of a fried bao bun. This is my favorite.
This is ridiculous. And we've got 3 different variations.
We have 3 different variations because clearly we're starving.
Obviously.
This is a Japanese Neapolitan. We've got fujicha, matcha, and black sesame seed. It is a fantasy dessert that I cannot wait to sink into. And what is this one, Donal? What do we have here?
Is this the rice one, the toasted rice one?
Oh, this is the mango sticky rice. And then we've got ube crunch.
Ube crunch, and I'm really intrigued by this because this is that purple
Yes,
root.
it is.
It's going to get really great color.
Yep.
I think we're going to have to move
Can we
quickly
eat?
on this. Yeah.
Can we eat?
I think we're going to need to.
I
I'll
feel
try the
like
ube.
the point of being here is to eat.
Well, you know.
Yes.
We got to talk about the food too.
Right?
You know?
I mean, but the crunch on the bao, heaven.
Oh. Wow. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. This idea of deep frying a bao is just
I love
genius,
this.
isn't it?
I know, Keegan's so good, isn't
He's
he?
fantastic. The
You
whole
need to,
plate's just looking
you kind of need to put your spoon into that
Okay,
though.
okay. Let's
Because
try.
the fujicha is a toasted green tea,
Oh my God.
and it gets infused into cream when you make an ice cream like this. Juxtaposed with the bitterness of the matcha.
It's so flavorful.
Yes,
And I think
it's
what's
so
really
good.
intriguing about this dessert in general, not beyond the flavors, is just how kind of like fusion it is. You know,
Yes.
like you've got deep fried bao that kind of tastes a bit like a donut. You've got these intriguing ice cream flavors, and it comes together as like a really epic dessert in historic Filipino.
Beyond epic.
I would totally eat one of these after a
Oh
dirty
my
big bao and all the
God,
noodles
I
we've eaten. This is so good.
Any second of any day.
Oh man.
I know.
But I think this
High
is
five.
High five.
Welcome to High
This
Five,
is it. This is why you
right?
come to this area.
This is why you come here.
wonderful. Now I feel like we can't come to Woon without trying the quintessential dishes here. We've got the chewy
Absolutely,
noodles,
yeah.
and we also have the bao.
Right. So the bao is sort of a traditional pork belly bao, which is fairly popular right now. You see it in a lot of Pan-Asian restaurants. However, the specific way that they're doing the pork belly is absolutely delicious. They have this very, very concentrated sort of hoisin sauce on it and house pickled greens. We've got shredded carrot and this really, really delicious yielding, soft, gently sweetened bao. But the noodles are really, I mean, they're a novella. I can't
This
with
is
the
like
noodles.
what you come for, right?
Yes. And Mama Fong does it like this.
Okay.
Mama Fong's a two-saucer. She wants the vinegar and she wants chili garlic sauce.
Okay.
That's why they put these things on the table at Woon, and you go like this.
Oh, you gotta go heavy.
You go heavy.
Look at this.
Oh, it's so good.
This is where
It's
at.
delicious. It's
Okay.
delicious.
Can we tuck in and try some?
We're definitely tucking in. The heft of the noodle is really unique. And the char on this beef, I love it.
For me, always those sort of traditional dishes that are the things that you get excited about generally translate extremely well to restaurant food like this.
I barely heard you because I was
You're too
so
busy eating.
focused on my delicious bite of noodles.
Should we try
So
it
much
out?
heart, so much soul. Let's switch.
Okay, let's go a little bit of spice. Let's tuck in.
All right,
Oh,
right?
that is just phenomenal. Sometimes I think you get if you get a bad bao, there's a lot of work in it. There's a lot
Yes.
of chewing. Things don't fall off. This is like one velvety mouthful of beautiful bao and pork belly. And there's, I don't know if it was the sriracha or if it was already a bit spicy, but there's a great bit of heat in there.
Flavor
Oh
packed,
my
isn't
god!
it?
You know, kind of recipes that ask for like 2 garlic cloves, but actually you want to add about 8 garlic cloves. I feel like this is what this restaurant is all about. It's like it's everything you imagine a bao to be, but like plus like multiplied by about 3.
Yep.
So you've got serious flavor. Everything tastes just that bit more.
It's 100% flavor packed.
Right,
Yes.
where next after
On
this?
to our next stop. We're going to Porridge and Puffs.
Okay,
Yes,
let's do it.
let's go.
I'm Min Fawn, and we're at Porridge and Puffs. People make pop-ups seem so sexy, and the truth is it was a pop-up within our own restaurant, and it was a slightly covert, defiant act because we had a restaurant that we love that had to be run by a board, but selling the idea of porridge to the board of a bunch of older white men was incredibly difficult. So we didn't tell them we were gonna run a porridge idea at night at our own restaurant. We never thought it would take off. It was just meant to be an exploration of grains. Jonathan Gold walks in the door of the first night of this experiment. And then it ends up on the cover of the LA Times food section. 5 years later, we found a space in a home we love. The brown butter mochi is the signature dessert we have here. It's something that all of us eat almost every day, but it's something that's a classic dessert. Ours comes with a miso caramel. You know, we add a technique in there that will, we grill it so it will have more craggly bits and a little bit of Maillard effect with the caramelization. It's just delicious. It's like chewy and crispy, and it's just,
We cannot come to Porridge and Puffs without trying the porridge, right?
The porridge is exceptional.
I mean, we have loads of desserts on their way, but
We do.
this is the soy and ginger chicken.
Soy and ginger chicken
Hang on, let
porridge.
me check that. No,
It has
this is
a
the poultry and mushroom chicken. So
Hibiscus and shiso soft-boiled egg. Incredible. Yeah.
beyond the interesting and intriguing ingredients, I mean, just look at the presentation.
gorgeous.
It is spectacular.
It's
And
gorgeous.
that's what, like, because everyone thinks of
It's art.
porridge and thinks, like, probably a boring dish. But
No.
Min has managed to, like, take a very simple and humble ingredient or humble dish and transform it into something that looks epic. Well, I think we're
Should
gonna.
we eat?
We should tuck in.
It's incredible.
Look at this.
It's incredible.
I feel like it's a work of art that we shouldn't
It
upset.
is.
Oh wow.
It's so rich.
So there's a depth of flavor here
Yes.
that isn't, that takes time. It takes time to get that gorgeous simplicity in there.
And what's also so lovely is those final touches that she does with the blooming herbs. It lends a level of freshness.
Are we ready for dessert?
I'm so ready. I'm having one more bite
I'll have
of
one more bite
porridge,
too.
and then-
Okay. Want
and
some
then
more of
we'll-
that egg?
Definitely. We need that miso.
We sure do.
Yes.
I think we've done justice to the porridge.
have.
So this is what we're here for, which is the puffs. the mochi, and this is also, I never thought I'd be having pavlova in porridge and puffs, but here we are. But what we're really here to focus on is the mochi.
It's incredible.
This is the one that you sing the praises of this.
I do, because what this dessert does is the perfect exploration of sweet and savory. And I think there is something uniquely delicious about the marriage of soy and butter. It's like sweet umami exploration.
Wow.
It is so good.
I'm just
Yes.
watching you as you talk
It's
because this
so
sounds
good.
this sounds
Can we
amazing.
eat?
Let's eat, please.
I need. Oh my
man.
God.
I mean, this is what
It's
Min was talking about.
delicious.
Isn't it so good?
It's delicious.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think this is another example of what they do brilliantly here, is like taking a very simple concept and just continuously adding little bits and little moments that make it more exciting. So you've got, like, mochi is fine and it's interesting and it's got chew and you know, it's its own thing. But pan fried in brown butter,
Yes.
added with that miso caramel, you've also got this like crunchy edge to it. So you've got chew and you've got crunch,
It's
and
incredible.
it's all happening. So
it's
good.
incredible. I mean, I'll have to do about 20,000 steps tomorrow. My pedometer.
Forget about
my pedometer
exercise.
measure will definitely go up.
Will we try some of the other ones while we're here?
I think we should.
Okay, I
Yeah.
feel like we need to do justice to the fact that there's a pink peppercorn
We need a palate
meringue.
cleanser.
Yeah, exactly.
We do.
Good. Do you know what it instantly reminds me of? Like Pimm's.
Yeah,
you know
it
that,
does.
that summer
Yes.
cocktail of gorgeous.
I love a Pim's cup.
Good. I would go for. We should go for Pimm's after this.
We have a Pim's cup right now. Should we have a puff?
Let's have a puff. I feel like we're going to be rolling out of this place by the end of it.
Keep it real light.
Cheers. Nice.
It's like a chewy beignet.
But it's got that wonderful sort of, you know, indulgence. Like, bring that to the table. And what I love about it is that you can eat these either savory or sweet. So you can
Yes.
have this with your rice porridge, or you can have it with powdered sugar as a dessert, and both work
We could
incredibly well.
put soy sauce on this, and that would not be inappropriate.
We're gonna finish this off at your place, right?
We are. We're having crunch cake next.
I don't know if I'm ready for this. Let's
It's
go.
a marathon.
Let's go. Take the puffs. Let's go. We're on the move. Goodbye.
The way that we ended up in historic Filipinotown 12 years ago, we were true pioneers of this area. It's because I was 5 months pregnant and we needed our second bedroom for our son who was on the way. And our second bedroom had been the office of Valerie Confections, so we desperately needed a space, and this was available. There was really not very much here when we opened here, but it absolutely served our purposes. And then we've just sort of grown out into sort of a small compound in the area is what we have now. And now it's like, I'm like the fairy godmother of hi-fi, and I really look after all of these people, and I really want them to succeed in the area and to feel supported, and they've made the neighborhood unique and dynamic and truly destination worthy. So this is a fun project that I started doing about 10 years ago, where I started resurrecting historic cakes that had gone extinct. The most famous cake for sure is the Blum's Coffee Crunch cake, and people freak out over this cake. And they get extremely emotional where they taste the cake and they taste their childhood. And so it became this great personal journey for me to really bring this cake back to life. And when I did, it was in the Los Angeles Times Magazine, and the next day we received 125 phone calls.
We have had such a fun day.
We've had such a fun day.
I am very glad that we finished here,
I know.
and I'm glad we're finishing with this iconic dessert.
Have you had this dessert before?
I have to confess that in all the times I've been to Valerie, I've never had a slice of this cake.
It's a wonderful virgin voyage for you.
Let's do this.
Step
I'm
in.
very excited. And please, can we just take a moment, like
Yes,
seeing those
just take a
beautiful
moment.
light layers. You've got the coffee cream in the center.
Yes.
But look at the crunch on the outside. This is where the honeycomb
Yes.
just comes to life.
And it's very aerated. It's sort of, it has a slightly, as it sits on the whipped cream, it starts to melt a little bit.
Okay.
But when you put it on, it's just dry crunch, that lovely hint of coffee, slightly savory actually, because there's just a teeny bit of salt in the recipe. I love when the crunch gets a little melty in the whipped cream. This tastes like Christmas to me. Yeah, bite it, bite it, bite it.
I was like listening to you talking, going, I gotta just eat the cake. I mean, and that's why
Right?
it's an iconic LA dessert. Ooh, sorry. I mean, that is just
It's so much fun, isn't it?
instantly
Yeah.
just super nostalgic.
Yeah.
It's got the richness to it, the coffee in there, which actually rounds off the sweetness so
Yes.
beautifully.
Yes.
But like honeycomb is that intense sugary
Yeah.
sweetness. but having the coffee in there just brings it to another depth. And then the lightness of that chiffon cake. I mean, well done
It's
you.
so fun,
Well
isn't
done
it?
you. Well done
Right?
Blooms as well.
And
I
it's
mean, my
history.
goodness.
It's history on a plate, and it's Angelino history.
But I love that you said that as
Yeah.
well, because I think the idea of, you know, cakes and recipes lasting forever, it really does come down to people becoming passionate about them and really, you know, cooking through them again and breathing new life to them.
Right.
So, Valerie, it's been a long time coming. We've finally done our video together.
did our video.
We have seen so many great desserts here, and I love that Hi-Fi Historic Filipinotown is just one of these erupting new communities of passionate artisan food producers. And
It's so exciting.
really interesting things.
Yes.
So thank you so much for showing me around.
Thank you, Donald.
We'll have to do
back.
another one of these soon.
Pop by soon.
Yeah.
Let's do Echo Park next.
Let's do Echo Park next.
Let's do Echo
Thanks,
Park.
Valerie. This is great.
Thank you so
okay,
much.
I'll leave you to the
Bye.
cake. Bye. There you go, guys. What an epic day in Los Angeles, and what a great celebration of LA's dessert scene right here in the heart of historic Filipinotown. Huge thank you to Valerie for showcasing what is a really exciting new neighborhood in LA. I mean, it's not new, it's historic, but you get what I'm trying to say. Leave me a comment in the box below letting me know which was your favorite dessert we tried today. And until then, my friends, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.